All right, so picture this. It's 2:37 a.m. again. You're staring at the ceiling, wondering if it's too early to make toast or too late to try falling back asleep. Maybe you've tried melatonin, warm baths, counting sheep, even reciting the alphabet backwards. But your brain still thinks it's party time. Trust me, I've been there. And so have thousands of other folks who are just trying to get a decent night's sleep without waking up feeling like they got hit by an equal truck. But here's the thing. What you eat before bed might be the missing piece of the puzzle. So, I went deep, like Reddit forums at 1:0 a.m., into what real people, especially seniors, are actually eating that helps them sleep. Not boring textbook stuff. We're talking about unexpected, feel-good foods that real people swear by. Some of it's science, some of it's grandma wisdom. All of it surprisingly helpful. And, honestly, kind of fascinating. Stick around, because we're diving into the top 10 foods that real people swear by to finally get the sleep they've been dreaming of. And no, warm milk doesn't get the top spot. Let's get into it. Unused chai. Tart cherry juice. The natural knockout. Okay, let's start with the MVP. Tart cherry juice. It isn't just another health fad people are raving about. It's a legit sleep super drink. And I say that as someone who's tried more nighttime remedies than I care to admit. I first heard about this from a woman on a senior forum who called it my bedtime elixir of peace. That got my attention. Turns out, tart cherries, specifically the Montmorency variety, yes, they have a fancy name and everything, naturally contain melatonin. Not the lab-made stuff packed into a gummy bear, but the real-deal hormone your brain is supposed to produce when it's time to hit the hay. As we age, our melatonin levels tend to drop, which partly explains why we're wide awake at 2:37 a.m., wondering if the fridge light goes off when the door shuts. Tart cherry juice helps top up the tank gently. No groggy hangover, no weird dreams involving flying penguins, just a smooth slide into slumber. Doris, a retired librarian from one forum, said she drinks half a cup about 30 minutes before bed. She hasn't touched sleep meds since. She also swears it helps her knees feel better in the morning, thanks to the anti-inflammatory powers packed in those little red devils. One word of advice. Don't grab the sweet cherry juice by accident. You want the sour, tangy kind that makes your lips pucker a little, like nature's version of NyQuil, without the weird ingredients you can't pronounce. And once you get used to the taste, it actually becomes part of the ritual. Pour a little in a nice glass, sit in your favorite chair, and toast to the fact that tonight, you just might sleep like your cat. 2. Kiwi, the underdog hero. Now, let's talk about the surprise sleeper agent, kiwi chew. Yeah, that fuzzy little fruit you might have ignored in the produce section because it looks like something from a Muppet's pantry. But don't let appearances fool you. Kiwi is low-key, one of the most powerful sleep-promoting foods out there. I came across a Reddit thread that could have been called the cult of kiwi. People swore up and down that eating 1 or 2 an hour before bed worked better than their old sleeping pills. I thought, really? This green golf ball? But the science checks out. Kiwis are rich in antioxidants and serotonin, and they also contain folate and vitamin C, all of which play key roles in sleep regulation and mood. What I loved most was a comment from Gus, a retired trucker with a dry wit and a love for fruit. He said, "Used to pop sleeping pills like candy. Now I pop kiwis. They don't knock me out cold, but they sure nudge me in the right direction. And here's the kicker. Kiwi is gentle on your stomach. It won't weigh you down with acid reflux or have you waking up with a food hangover. It's light, fresh, and a little tangy. Slice one up with a spoon or eat it whole, skin and all if you're feeling brave." Yes, that's the thing now. It's kind of like nature's version of a chill pill, but tastier. 3. Brazil nuts. Magnesium and selenium magic. All right, Buckle up because this one's weirdly powerful. Brazil nuts. They might look like tiny wooden canoes, but don't underestimate them. They are absolute giants when it comes to minerals that your body is desperate for, especially as you get older and sleep becomes more elusive than your TV remote when it slips between the couch cushions. Here's the deal. Brazil nuts are super high in selenium and magnesium. Most people are low on both. And guess what? Deficiencies in these can absolutely wreck your sleep. Magnesium helps calm your nervous system and relax your muscles, so no more lying there with tight shoulders or twitchy legs. Selenium, that little-known gem, supports your thyroid, which, surprise, controls a lot of your body's internal clock. Linda, a spry 72-year-old with a YouTube channel about natural health, swears by eating 2 Brazil nuts a night. Just 2. She even called them my little bedtime tranquilizers. She warned that more isn't better, though. They're so packed with selenium that overdoing it can actually backfire. So, don't go munching them by the handful like popcorn during a Matlock rerun. Also, magnesium is known to help with leg cramps and nighttime restlessness. Those annoying little zaps that jolt you out of sleep like you've been hit with a cattle prod. So, if you're tossing and turning or dealing with jumpy leg syndrome, Linda's term, not mine, Brazil nuts might just be your crunchy little heroes. Keep a small jar by your bed. Chew slowly. Pretend they're magic beans, because for a lot of folks, they actually kind of are. 4. Pumpkin seeds. The underrated sleep snack. Now here's one I almost skipped over until I saw a bunch of people on forums practically evangelizing about pumpkin seeds. I'm talking full-blown late-night confessionals. I swear these little green guys are the reason I sleep through the night now. And honestly, they might be onto something. Pumpkin seeds are like those quiet kids in school who didn't say much, but secretly knew everything. They're packed with magnesium, tryptophan, and zinc. 3 big players in the sleep game. Magnesium calms your nervous system. Tryptophan helps your body make serotonin. And zinc is like the support crew, keeping everything running behind the scenes. All of it adds up to your body producing melatonin naturally, which means no pills, no fuss, just real-deal sleep support from a seed you can eat by the handful. One older gentleman in a sleep forum said he keeps a dish of roasted pumpkin seeds next to his recliner. He snacks on them during his nightly Jeopardy ritual, and is usually asleep before Final Jeopardy even starts. I love that image. Just this wholesome bedtime routine that doesn't involve screens, stress, or scrolling the news at 10:45 p.m. The beauty of pumpkin seeds is they don't feel like a health food chore. They're crunchy, they're satisfying. You can roast them with a little olive oil and sea salt, or go sweet with a sprinkle of cinnamon. You can even toss them in yogurt, or blend them into smoothies if chewing isn't your thing anymore. And bonus, if you deal with blood sugar dips that jolt you awake in the middle of the night, pumpkin seeds help level that out too. Small snack, big impact. 5. Jasmine rice. Not just a carb, but a sleep trick. Okay, now this one caught me off guard. Rice. Really? Isn't that just a dinner filler? That's what I thought too. Until I stumbled on a study that said eating a portion of jasmine rice about 4 hours before bed can actually help you fall asleep faster. No joke. It's not magic. It's chemistry. Here's the backstory. Jasmine rice is a high glycemic carb, which means it spikes your blood sugar just enough to help tryptophan sneak its way into your brain. Once it's in there, tryptophan gets turned into serotonin, which then turns into, you guessed it, melatonin. Boom, sleep city. I read a YouTube comment from Ed, a retired chef, who said he started making jasmine rice and veggie bowls for dinner a few nights a week. Not only did he stop waking up at 1:15 a.m. like clockwork, but he said it turned his 2-hour nightly toss and turned into a 20-minute slide into slumber. Plus, jasmine rice smells amazing when it's cooking. I mean, just the aroma alone feels like a warm hug to your brain. Now the trick here is timing. You don't want to eat a rice bowl right before bed. That'll have your stomach doing somersaults. But having it a few hours before, that's the sleep sweet spot. And don't go loading it up with a pile of meat and heavy sauces. Keep it light, comforting. Maybe even add some steamed greens or a fried egg if you're feeling fancy. Yasmin rice might not seem like a sleep food, but once you try it, you might find yourself cooking dinner with a sleepy smile, knowing that tonight you just might drift off a little easier. 6. Bananas. Mother Nature's nightcap. Ah, the humble banana. It's like the Swiss Army knife of fruit. Good for breakfast, good in smoothies, and apparently fantastic for sleep. Who knew? Bananas are loaded with magnesium and potassium, which both help relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. If you've ever laid in bed feeling like your legs were auditioning for river dance, this is your fruit. Plus, bananas contain vitamin B6, which helps convert tryptophan into, you guessed it, melatonin. See the theme here? Your body is just trying to make more of that magical sleep juice. You've just got to feed it the right ingredients. One woman, who lovingly referred to bananas as nature's ambient, said she started eating one every night before bed, sometimes plain, sometimes with a little almond butter on top. She said the combo of carbs, healthy fats, and minerals helped her not just fall asleep but stay asleep. And bonus, no sugar crash, no indigestion, no 2 a.m. existential crisis. I tried this combo myself, banana with a little smear of almond butter. And let me tell you, it's dangerously good. Like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? Good. Plus, it feels nostalgic. There's something so comforting about peeling a banana and eating it slowly, like you're letting your body know, hey, we're winding down now. And if you want to get fancy, slice up a banana, sprinkle it with cinnamon, and warm it up in the microwave for 20 seconds. It tastes like dessert, but works like a chamomile tea, with a twist, a lullaby. 7. Chamomile tea with a twist. Add a bit of manuka honey. You probably saw this one coming. Chamomile tea. It's basically the grandmother of sleep aids. It's been soothing nerves and tucking people in for centuries. But the twist. A teaspoon of manuka honey. And that's where the real bedtime magic happens. Chamomile on its own is a gentle sedative. It relaxes your muscles, eases anxiety, and kind of whispers to your body, it's time, sweetheart. But add manuka honey and suddenly, this isn't just tea. It's a full-blown lullaby in a cup. Manuka honey doesn't just taste amazing. It also helps regulate your blood sugar during the night. That's important because one of the sneakiest culprits of middle-of-the-night wake-ups is a blood sugar crash. Your body panics, your brain lights up, and boom, you're wide awake at 3-7 a.m. wondering if you remember to take the trash out. One woman in a tea lovers Facebook group put it perfectly. She said, "It's like a soft lullaby for my brain." I read that and thought, yep, that's exactly it. And really, when was the last time something that simple felt that soothing? Here's what I love. This combo isn't just about chemistry. It's emotional. Boiling the water, steeping the tea, stirring in that thick golden swirl of honey, all of it slows you down. It tells your nervous system the day is done. You're safe now. And that right, there is half the battle. 8. Gus. Almonds. Your tiny crunchy sleep aid. Now, let's talk almonds. These little guys are like the quiet sidekick in every good buddy movie. The ones who don't get much attention but always come through in the end. Almonds might not look like much, but they're loaded with magnesium, healthy fats, and protein, all of which help your body relax and stay asleep. I read a comment from George, a regular on a men's health forum, who said he keeps almonds in his nightstand drawer. "I get snacky around 10:00 p.m., he wrote. And instead of writing the cookie jar, I eat a few almonds and drift off better. First of all, I love that. Second, he's not wrong. Almonds don't spike your blood sugar. They're easy on the stomach, and the magnesium in them helps reduce that jittery, wired but tired feeling that can mess with sleep. And can we talk about how satisfying almonds are? That little crunch, the subtle flavor. They just feel grounding, especially if you toast them with a dash of cinnamon, which, by the way, also helps regulate blood sugar and adds a cozy vibe. It's like your bedtime snack turned into a self-care moment. Honestly, almonds are underrated. Quiet, dependable, and just crunchy enough to feel like a treat. Kind of like the Mr. Rogers of snacks. 9. Bone broth. The warm sip that soothes the soul. Okay, I know this one might sound a little old-fashioned. Bone broth. Isn't that something your grandma used to make during flu season? Sure, but hear me out. Bone broth is making a huge comeback, especially among folks who want better sleep without the side effects of pills or potions. The secret weapon in bone broth is glycine, an amino acid that does two really important things for sleep. It helps you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. It also helps lower your core body temperature slightly, which your body needs to do in order to slip into that deep, restorative sleep. Ellen, who swears by her Instant Pot, said she drinks a mug of homemade chicken bone broth every night while reading. It's like my body gets the signal. Okay, it's time, she said. I love that. It's not just about what's in the broth. It's the whole vibe. It's warmth. It's routine. It's comfort. And let's not forget, bone broth is also great for your joints, digestion, and skin. So even if you're not trying to drift off ASAP, you're still giving your body a gift. You can keep it simple with just salt and pepper, or jazz it up with turmeric and ginger if you're feeling bold. Either way, it's like sipping oatmeal serenity. 10. Oatmeal. Not just for breakfast anymore. Let's wrap things up with one of the coziest bedtime foods ever. Oatmeal. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't oatmeal a breakfast thing? Sure, but that warm, creamy bowl you associate with chilly mornings turns out it's also a total rock star when it comes to winding down at night. Oats are full of complex carbs that help serotonin make its way to your brain, which eventually becomes, you guessed it, melatonin. They're also high in B vitamins, which support your nervous system and help regulate your body's stress response. And then, there's the comfort factor. A warm bowl of oatmeal doesn't just feed your belly, it calms your soul. I saw one comment from a woman who said, "Oatmeal is my hug in a bowl when I can't settle my mind." That just stuck with me. There's something incredibly soothing about stirring up a small bowl of oats at night, adding some almond milk, cinnamon, maybe a splash of maple syrup. It's soft, it's warm, it's grounding. You could even top it with a few slices of banana or some chopped walnuts for extra sleep power. The key here is to keep it small and light. This isn't a second dinner. It's a signal to your body that the day is over and rest is near. Forget Netflix. This is your new nighttime favorite. Conclusion. So here's the big takeaway, friend. It's not just about popping a pill or hoping for the best. It's about turning your evening into a wind-down ritual your body actually wants to follow. Maybe it starts with a spoonful of tart cherry juice. Maybe it's a banana with almond butter, or a cozy bowl of oatmeal that gives your brain the all-clear to finally chill out. And let me tell you, some of the best sleep advice doesn't come from textbooks. It comes from Doris in the Arthritis Forum, George with his almonds in the nightstand, or Ellen sipping bone broth like it's bedtime champagne. These are the real MVs of sleep. So, if you're tired of being tired, and I mean really tired, try adding one or two of these foods into your nighttime routine. You might be surprised how something so simple can shift your whole night. If this video helped, go ahead and give it a like. Maybe share it with someone who's also battling the 3:00 a.m. brain gremlins. And hey, leave a comment with your go-to sleep snack. I'm always curious what works for you. Until next time, sleep well, snack smarter, and don't forget, the almond is mightier than the sleeping pill. Do like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. We are putting our best efforts for you.